Hello everyone, welcome to Oxygen Not Included. This is a game that was recommended to me by someone you may know. You've seen him or heard him on my Twitch every once in a while. If you follow that, named Leaf. He's someone I've known for quite a while now who always likes to suggest games to me, so he said I should check out this. I did and I liked it, so I figured I'd do some videos on it. So yeah, this is early release at the time of this recording. I don't know when this is officially coming out. I think they got a bit to go yet, but you can see the last update right there and the development build right there. So you can look it up if you want and see how far along it is and all that. But yeah, so far it's pretty fun. Basically, you just gotta try and survive. You're put on an asteroid deep inside of it. You just gotta try to build a base. You get these little guys called clones, and they just try to build stuff and survive. So that's what we're gonna try to do today. We'll do a brand new game, and it's generating our world. Now, when we start, we'll get to pick between. We get 3 people we get to start with, and as you see here, this is their names. This is their, all their stats. These are the traits that have one. They usually have one positive, one negative. Sometimes they'll have more of each. Like someone might have like 2 negatives, and they might have 2 positives, or what have you. And then here's their additional. This is their decor expectation. You got their stress response and their food quality. This guy's pretty bad. This guy's not quite as bad. So and you can shuffle through them. It's all random. The big thing, I look for stress response. So if stuff goes bad on your base, like let's say your oxygen supply is getting low or food's getting low, these guys get stressed out. And when they're stressed out, they'll do stuff. Like this guy, for example, will vomit, which dumps polluted water everywhere. You gotta mop it up, it smells bad. These 2 are binge eaters, so they're just gonna eat and eat and eat all your food. You're gonna run out, it sucks. So, I like to kind of wrote down. This guy's an ugly crier. That's actually not bad. Basically, he'll just sit and cry. He doesn't puke everywhere. Doesn't make any polluted water. He doesn't eat all the food. He doesn't break anything. As you can see, you can find one. That sucks because it just dumps polluted oxygen everywhere, so we don't want flatulence. Let's see if we can find one here. Oh, she's actually not bad. I don't like the binge eating, but I like all this green over here. Oh, it's a guy, bird. Destructive is what we don't want. Because what they'll do is just break everything, so we definitely don't want that. I'm gonna name this guy after me. Bert. How about we name him after the guy who suggested the game to me? And we got one more we can do. Small bladders have to go to the bathroom more often. Oh, he's a vomiter and he can't cook. See, that's a job he can't do. But look at all his pluses. I don't know how that vomiting, though, kind of... Alright, we'll keep him. We'll call him Squirts. Because if he gets stressed, he's just going to squirt everywhere. Oh, should we never know? YouTube-topia? This would be our little YouTube haven. And then we just hit embark. And now we're going to start. And this is the beginning of the game here. We just teleported in. The crew has awoken miles beneath the surface of an unfamiliar asteroid. Oddly, they have no recollection of how they got here. So basically... Let's pause it here for just a moment. This is where we start. This is our teleporter. We get a new guy every 2.5 cycles. We're on cycle 1 here. And this is kind of what our information is. So we do have a ration box with a little bit of food. We have some field rations and all that. So there is some stuff you gotta be concerned with. Of course, the big one, oxygen. Eventually, we're going to have to start producing our own oxygen. But to kind of start out, we do get a little bit of help. We get this little brick called oxylite. What it does is it will expel oxygen for a while, and eventually it does run out. So you do want to make your own oxygen generating things here relatively quick. But if you hover over it, every block has information. Either if it's air, this is all breathable gas, it's all oxygen, it's all good stuff. This is water. We'll need that in a little bit. The black stuff here is carbon dioxide. You can't breathe that. These guys will expel carbon dioxide. So we have to find a way to get rid of that. This is just a vacuum. There's no air at all. We got stuff like copper, coal, dirt, sandstone, stuff like that. So a lot of stuff going on. What is this? This is just a plant that I guess doesn't do anything. So what we're going to do, we're just going to start digging out stuff. Try to make some room here for our base to expand a little bit. We'll go all the way that way. And I'm going to hit unpause. You can. Here's some tips. Basic control. We can use, WADs, space pause it. Tab will increase the speed. Dig tool. You have all that down here as well. And we can also tell them how to move. So some of the things we'll have to do is we have to make a bathroom first of all, as you can see right here. As you can see, if you hover over the oxylite, about 192 kilograms of it, it will start to go down. You can see this one's starting to go down. It's producing oxygen for us. So it will run out pretty soon. So they'll just dig away. Let them keep going at it. We can expand that over there. So we do got some tasks ahead of us. Oh, hang on, we got a friend. Hatch. It's really hard to see. But basically they're a little monster that will, didn't get a good shot of him, did we? He's a little guy who comes out at night normally, and he'll eat any resources that are dropped. And then he'll poop out coal that you can use to kind of, if you have a coal plant, coal generator, you can run that and power your base that way. But they do suck, kind of. Like, we got a lot of food stuff here. Like muckroot, it's 1,000 calories. Awesome. So we see we have our food count here. This is what we have. This is their stress, but not everybody's fine. They got air to breathe. They got food. They will have to go to the bathroom pretty soon. That's our population. You will, like I said, you will get more every so often. So we're gonna go to our base tab here. We're gonna start kind of building up our base a little bit. Eventually, we will want it kind of sealed off because we're gonna start making our own air. And we don't want our air to kind of get out to a place that we don't need to make oxygen. Like here, like, there's no point in pumping oxygen there if we're not gonna use it. There's another thing, temperature. This kind of shows what keeps the heat. We'll lose the heat. They're obviously going to get cold. You know what? Apparently it's warm up here. This is all the stuff that we have. This is our power we don't have yet. This is temperature, so this is kind of colder. This is actually pretty cool. Like, this is cold. This is chilled. This is hot. 42, holy crap. They're kind of complaining about the cold, but it's really not that bad. There is light, like this little guy's producing light here. We don't have that plumbing yet. Same thing with gas, decor, and priority. So you can have priorities set for stuff. So, oopsies, we can cancel building that with that tool. Let's say we really want something to get done right away. We can, if you go to priority, everything starts at 5, but we can, let's say, up it to 9, so they will do this right away. So if you have like food generation, you can set that to higher priority so they, you know, make sure they get that done. I really, I'm gonna regret this because, you know, maybe we'll leave that because these are oxygen producing tiles. I don't want to get rid of them quite yet. I want to wait for them to kind of burn out on their own. Leaf here is stuck for some silly reason. I'm not really sure what he's up to, so we'll just kind of help him out here. So maybe we'll just leave that for now. Get the free oxygen while we can. Let him dig away. There is some stuff that we'll need, like we need this copper later on. You can make stuff like doors with it and all of that. I think we can also just straight up ask it to build tile and it should dig that up for us and build it later here. Some things like sand, like this guy here, does follow the rules of gravity. Kind of like Minecraft does. You know, sand in Minecraft will always fall down if you dig a block under it. So what I kind of like to do is how it works is CO2 will actually sink. It'll go down. It's heavier than air. Oxygen, which is this kind of like bluish swirly stuff behind us, that kind of just fills in wherever there's no oxygen. If we dug through this into this vacuum, the oxygen would seep into here. There's a bunch of CO2. I really wish there wasn't a vacuum there. I don't like that. I like to build the bedrooms kind of on the top level. If you see this little pile here, that's the hatch. So in the daytime, what they'll do is kind of burrow down. Let's build the wall here. Stop it right about there for now. Again, we'll do that. This would be the bedroom, so we'll put some nice cots down for them to sleep in. Hopefully, oh, it's almost nighttime though. So I'm not sure if we'll actually be able to finish that, but shoot, I didn't build a bathroom yet, did I? You probably won't finish this today, our first day here. Cycle 1, which is days pretty much, is almost over, so we'll have to get the cots finished at least so they can actually sleep in the nighttime. And you can assign cots, but you know, once nighttime hits, it will kind of just automatically give them a cot there. Algae is also very important. We'll need that for creating oxygen. There's really not a lot here. That kind of makes me really nervous. Not sure what we're gonna do. We'll speed through the night. See, there's the hatch right there. Nothing for him to eat. Nothing for him to eat either, but they will eat like little... Like if they were in here, they'd eat that. Which is very annoying. Let's slow it down again now that it's daytime. I like to kind of go slow to start. Don't want to go too overboard. I'm concerned about the water down here too. I don't really want that in the base, but The reason I'm locking in the outhouse is because it will kind of make fumes. It's called plutoxin. Basically, you know, if you've ever been in an outhouse, you know, they kind of smell bad. And see, he has narcolepsy, so he'll just sleep. That's one of his negative traits. And when they're hungry, they'll take breaks and eat. This is saying we don't have enough oxygen, we're not making any, and they're breathing in 41 kilograms a day. We got this stuff for now. There's actually kind of a lot of it. Oh, that one's almost gone. So I'm just going to leave it as it is. And they're all requiring a bathroom. Once they kind of have their bathroom need maxed out, they'll just pee on the floor. So there's that. Mr. Idle. We'll leave that alone for now. Let's kind of dig this out a bit. See, now they'll go to the bathroom. Oops. They'll only go one at a time. But, yeah, they're all going to trade in. So, see, what that door is going to do is kind of trap in most of the smells. Once we go outside, we'll make like a double door system, like a double airlock. As you can see how the O2 kind of, or the CO2 kind of sinks down there. Which is also another thing, we don't really have any way to get rid of our CO2 at the moment. So we will have to do a little bit of research to unlock some of this stuff. And, you know, we only have 3 people right now, so it is pretty tough. I just kind of want to avoid puncturing this since there's no we don't really have any oxygen creation yet. So there's no good way to really... Now see, they don't have any this is all CO2. So they're just kind of holding their breath. That's really all they can do right now. I think what we might do, maybe we'll put the we'll be out of metal. We'll get more here in a minute. They gotta run up and breathe every once in a while, otherwise they'll just run out of air. But what I'm building here, the supercomputer, and soon after the research station, that will allow us to research new things so we can build better stuff. Because I know there's not a whole lot we can build. There we go. So you can see we're out of power. We can't dig this way, I suppose. There's really nothing. Get some metal over there. We have a little bit of algae, which we'll need a lot of it pretty soon. And of course, these things do need power, so not have to worry about that in a little bit. But we'll get there eventually. There's no rush or anything. So now there is that hatch. See if we can dig them up and get them out of here. chopping down everything. Chop, chop, chop. I guess using the little vacuum gun things. They kind of do it in order of how it was told. There's actually quite a bit of this oxylite left, so we're kind of in good shape. See, they're working hard, so they're breathing a lot. Oh, let's see. We put some power down there. So this room had oxygen in it already, so that's why I'm not too... Oh, there's a little waterfall there. You know, I'm not too upset by building in there. That should be fine. We're going to find a way to get rid of the CO2 and all that. We'll have a new person pretty soon as well. Which would be nice to have. So once they dig him out, I'm going to try to kill him right away. It's almost nighttime and I don't want him eating our supplies. There he is. If you click on him, you can set him to attack. And they'll just go nuts on him, like he won't have a chance. And that was that. So we can build. And then maybe we'll do some like power generation down here, and then we'll also put some storage things. And then we can start researching stuff. So we do gotta connect stuff by wires. But it's almost nighttime, so I don't think we're gonna get too much more done today. They're digging their little hearts out. This little guy. I think this guy... Yeah, emitting polluted oxygen. Disease-ridden invertebrate. So normally if somebody dies, like, they'll spawn, unless you clean them up. Hopefully we won't have to worry about that. Hopefully nobody dies, but you never know. So it's nighttime. I think this is a good time to take a break. So I'd like to say, as always, thank you for watching. I do hope that you enjoyed, and I do hope I get to see you next time.